Now, since I'm new here, I thought we might have a conversation now before things get more intense.
That sounds nice. So you said you have grandchildren?
Not that kind of conversation. Now, I know that Dr. Schneider talked to you about the positioning of the babies and how complicated this delivery could get.
I'm sorry. No. We're not going to have this conversation.
Jack, we need to have
We're
this
not having this conversation because it's not going to happen.
Well, we need to talk
We're
about
walking out of this hospital with 3 healthy babies and 1 healthy wife.
Absolutely.
I have 3 cribs at our new home that we bought specifically for our 3 children to grow up in.
Understand.
My mother has already made it 3 babies. She's a slow, no talent knitter. It also happens to be my birthday today, which tends to be a pretty great day in our house, a day when I get pretty lucky. So I'm going to need everyone in this room to believe me when I say that only good things are going to happen here today. Actually, I don't just want you to believe it. I want you to know it. Do you know it, baby?
I love you. Yeah, I know it.
Do you know it, Doc?
I love that clip from This Is Us, the pilot episode, because it reminds me that there's a difference between believing and knowing. You know, there's many people, isn't there, who believe God, believe He exists, but there's far fewer people who actually know Him. And just like in that clip there, the idea of knowing and not just believing carried a great kind of assurance and a great confidence, and that confidence spread to others, didn't it? And you know, it's really important because when you know God, you trust Him, and you learn to have that faith in Him that goes beyond belief, that makes you know that He knows what's best, and He's got a plan for your life, and you can trust in Him. But the other reason for it's not just a confidence issue. The other reason to why it's so important to know God and be known by Him is that if you know God on a personal level, if you have a relationship with Him that's been established because of how you've put your faith in Him and through what Jesus did on the cross and had your sins forgiven, when you enter into that relationship with Him, you are sealed for time and for eternity. And when time comes to an end, at the end of time, and you're stood before Him, He'll say, come in and enter the joy of heaven. But there's the downside of that is, you know, those people who don't know Him, they'll hear those terrible words, depart from me, I don't know you. So that just reminds us of the crucial importance of not just believing God, but knowing Him and being known by Him. And I pray that everybody who watches this will not stop until they've entered into that relationship of knowing God, and then you can rest upon that assurance and confidence that He will see us through to the end, and we'll be with Him one day in paradise.